How a man can master the psychology of energy. Now, let's first break down energy in itself. We must realize that energy cannot be created nor destroyed. It can only be redistributed. So, if I take my passion, my fire, an element that comes from my spirit, right? Earth, wind, and fire. If I take that element and I instill it into you, you have a choice if you would compound on that energy or if you would transfer it into something that would deteriorate your life, deteriorate your level of your personality, right? So when a man knows how to master this psychology, this thought pattern, this thinking, this assertive thinking, when it comes to energy, there's nothing that this man cannot do. There's nothing that comes in this man's way that he's not going to embrace. Not with open arms all the time, but he's going to embrace every single scenario as it comes because he realizes and understands that this moment is as it's supposed to be. I can't do nothing to change it nor destroy it, so I may as well embrace it. You see what I'm saying? Now, here comes the dilemma. The dilemma comes when you think you are Shiva the destroyer or God the creator. When you think you can embody that on planet Earth, when you can only recreate and take something that was painful and hurtful and make it into art, when you take on these different concepts and ideologies, that's when you hurt yourself even more. You're chasing your passion, something that was given to you and instilled in your DNA. This was granted to you for free. You do this the best. You know how to get the maximum optimal efforts out of people just by being a leader. And a leader doesn't mean, you using your voice to plaster your enthusiasm to them so they can feel your energy and it moves them, right? It doesn't cascade them in that way. You lead by example. As they say, a quiet leader. A leader that knows how to get the most out of their team by least effort, least communication, nonverbals. That goes further than doing all of this to your players, to your teammates. That goes further. So the man who knows this thought pattern and harnesses it, embraces it with open arms, anything that comes your way, even the things that you least expected or least thought that would happen, you still embrace it. And it does not mean you become an autonomous robot. You become emotionless. You become tainted in thought. This instills your thinking. This instills the way that you feel, your intuitive speech. It instills that. Now we are in 2024. We are coming back to this energy. We are coming back to this. So just remember this every single time you are in a moment of darkness. No light around, by yourself, and you're not used to being by yourself. Remember that. Breathe. Stay in the moment. There's many people that think they can be in multiple different places at one time as if this is their superpower. No. You want to be in the past, which is you being depressed. You want to be in the future, which is you being anxious. And you want to be in the present. Slightly. But you give the present moment, the gift, you give that 5% of your energy. You give your past about 80 and your future about 15. 100% of your energy distributed in all these different areas. How can you really grow? The past is what already happened. The past you cannot control. You think you can if you had a time machine. Well, what if I went to a different high school? What if I had different friends? What if I didn't grow up in the hood? What if I had both of my parents who were there to help me? Well, what if I didn't have anger issues? That's what you play on until you die, until you're in the grave. Because some people die earlier than their death date. And so the more you take in and embrace this energy, your intuitive, meditative, present moment awareness, it heightens. So you know when somebody is itching to talk to you because they want to get something about you, not because you're useful. You're supposed to be of use to other people. Why are you here if you're not? As 𝗀𝘂𝗽𝗽 says, niggas hit my line when they want some. That's a dub. It ain't love if it costs some. I can't recall the time that you gave me something. I can't recall. I don't recall. Shout out Woody. I don't recall. What do you want from me to do? You become heightened. You already know why somebody's calling your phone. You know why there's a certain group of people that is attached to you now at a certain wavelength before you reach that pinnacle, before you reach your new peak. As they say, your prime. Before you get to your next prime, you have a floor of people that are awaiting your acknowledgement. JB. Hey, can you ask me, can you help me do this, JB? They fiend for it. Because they don't know what it's like to intuitively think on their own. So the person that can conquer this psychology, this thought pattern of energy is the person that gets to live freely. Live voluntarily, open invitation, anywhere and everywhere, as they please, as they go, as they come, as they're welcomed, as they're invited, as they're embraced. They can live and be just that, who they were called to be.